Hi guys. It's been a few hours, probably like 4 or 5 hours, if not more, since I last updated, maybe 6 or 7. I just wanted to read you my journal entry, because I think this sums up a little bit of what, I'm feeling. My mind's just playing and playing and playing over this, and I'm just baffled with it, but anyways, I have locked in Tuesday 2:30 3:30 to visit Henderson Kindy, so I have to remember to make sure I take some clothes, and I'm doing non-contact at home is what I'm saying, so I'm going to do non-contact on this weekend and have some stories so I can put them up. So that is exciting. I'm hoping it's going to work out. I've had this happen before in Rotorua and it hasn't worked out, so I have no idea what I'm kind of up against. But anyways, so I already said that we went to counseling. I said we were going to go to counseling together, but only I went, which is just insane. And in 2017, I said this is not, in September, I said this is not what a marriage should be, and it was so consuming. 2006, and then again 2017. It's crazy. I knew it was wrong, but I didn't want to end marriage till I couldn't take it anymore. I knew if I didn't leave, I'd give in. I wasn't respected. Crazy. I'm angry at myself for not recognizing it, for being so into my faith that I thought it was okay to be treated that way. Like, what the fuck was wrong? I want counseling to help me never get into this again. I was hanging on by a thread. My life was a mission. I put it into a tiny little box so much so I could go on, and it hurt so badly I couldn't breathe or handle life when we brought it up. I buried it deep until I decided life was calm, and then it snowblowed me down deep. Until I finally walked away, not looking back after Rotorua after I reached out when we filed the paperwork. I really didn't realize how scared I was for myself, for my marriage to end. I felt like I was betraying God, and I had to do these things. It's so disgusting. It feels weird counseling and kindy at the same time. It's a bit insane, like my life cannot just have one thing to focus on. I always have to have at least 2 things happening. Both are so significant, and I don't want to screw either up. Both will literally change my life. I'm so nervous and scared doing both things. I know counseling will be so hard. I also know kindy can be really hard as well. It will be such a different sector to work in, but I'm open for the challenge. I just don't want to fail. I want to love teaching again, to come back with the pay scale as well. It's a 10 to 15,000 pay rise, which will be amazing. Never in a million years would I have thought this would be my life. And I'm baffled. I thought I could medicate myself to give head. Like, that makes me so sad, because I've never ever wanted to be on medication for depression, and the thought that I would even consider going on some kind of anxiety medicine so that I could do that is actually really, really sad. This is not from him. That thought was not from him. It's from me. And it was the thought that I had because I didn't want to split up from him. So he could have his satisfaction in bed. What the fuck? How did I ever think that was acceptable or okay? I knew I was a desperate wife, but did I really end up being that messed up. I'm actually shocked. I would say or even think that. Who was that girl? Did I stop to think God thinks that's acceptable for me to endure because of sacredness of marriage? Really? It's so disturbing and upsetting to me. I allowed this to happen. I've gave him so much control so that I wouldn't leave him and break my wedding vows. I tried so much so fast just to please him, and I never was really satisfied myself. I was so unhappy, and I was at my wits' end, trying and feeling that I was not worthy or valued. I was walking a thin line of deep depression and deeper with life when I had so many other things going on. I'm actually shocked I stayed sane at all. I loved him. I will always love him. I know that I had no choice. If I didn't get out, I would have passed the point of no return, literally sold my soul to the devil. It sounds crazy, but I can hear and feel that desperation in my words that were written, spoken, and things I remembered. I was so broken and so lost, clawing at the earth. It's so upsetting. My pain was so great, and I suffered alone and in silence, made to feel like this was normal. He played a massive part, but he was just as lost. He had watched so much porn he thought to treat someone this way is normal. It was never his problem but mine. I wondered if he ever discovers it, if he'll remember our life and realize it. Even though I totally feel he could hurt himself if he ever found out. And that is my biggest fear, because I know I can work through this with the help of a psychologist, with the help of counseling. I can work through this. I can get over this. But if he finds out he did this to me, that he had that much control, that he hurt me that much, I don't know if he'd come back from it. I feel like there's been a balloon that's just been like popped over my head, and from telling my sister-in-law and from writing these words and just thinking about what has happened, I'm feeling like I'm all of a sudden going less in denial and more in acknowledgement. But it's an acknowledgement that's so heavy. And I don't know what to do. Like, it's in, yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm feeling right now.